Hey, it's John, and today we are going over the 11 reasons why I put a Spicer UD44 into my JL. Stay tuned and go wheel. Reason number one, there's no front axle disconnect right here. So I don't have to worry about snapping the tubes at the CAD. I've seen a lot of people basically have these things bend at the CAD. And I don't have to worry about the funky front axle disconnect failing on me down the road. And I could do a solid one-piece chromoly inner shaft. Tons of wind there. Reason number two, axle tube thickness. The old axle tubes on the old axle are 1/4 inch, whereas the new axle is 3/8. Much stronger, don't have to worry about sleeving it. I'm not super worried about trussing it at this point. Super pumped on that, much stronger all around. Reason number three, chromoly axle shafts, right about there. They're much stronger and I'm not so worried about 37s anymore. Reason number four, inside this bad boy are some 488 stuffed in there. Now the 35s don't make this engine work so hard in the freeway and it'll crawl much better on the trail. And when I finally get some 37s, it'll still feel really good on the trail and the freeway. It'll be appropriately geared. Reason number five, Spicer HD ball joints. The factory ball joints have nylon inserts. The Spicer HDs do not. All right, I'm gonna pause here for 1 second. If this video hits 25 comments from 25 different users, that means not the same users doing 5 or 10 comments each. If this video does hit 25 comments, I'm gonna do a giveaway for a free swag kit from Go Wheel, which is gonna be a t-shirt and a bunch of cool stickers. So please comment below and I'll pick one of you guys, whatever one seems like the coolest comment or the most interesting. Reason number six, 1/4 inch brackets. See these 1/4 inch brackets? I'm not worried about ripping the track bar mount off or a lower controller mount off anytime soon. I've seen all kinds of folks on Rubicon rip their track bar mounts off and a bunch of other JL folks rip these track bar mounts off. I'm stoked for this setup. Reason number seven, they're cheaper than UD60s. UD60s are 20 grand. You're gonna buy 8-lug rims. You're gonna buy 40s. You're gonna have to buy PSC steering. There's another 3,800 bucks. You're probably gonna change out your lift again and you're gonna spend another chunk of change on your lift. Whereas with the 44 front, just gonna go up to 37s. I can keep my lift. I'm spending 5,700 bucks on the axle. And with the Chromos, I feel very good about how strong this thing's gonna be. Reason number eight, differential clearance. As you can see here, we have 12 inches of differential clearance under the differential. I think we gained about an inch. With the 37s, we're gonna have more differential clearance than I do with my rock crawler on 38s. That gets us to number nine, the super sexy differential cover. This thing is rad, and obviously you're not gonna be able to run a normal cover because they clearanced out the right side or the driver's side of the pumpkin. All right, here we are at number 10, one of the big ones. It bolts in. It's an easy bolt-in procedure. The only thing that doesn't bolt directly in is the e-locker wiring harness, but you can order a wiring harness from zautomotive that'll fool the computer that you still have a FAD, front axle disconnect, and it'll still work. All right, and number 11, you can sell your old axle on Craigslist or Facebook Market for probably around $2,000 and recoup some of that cost. That's a huge win for me because when you finally add up the 1/4 inch brackets, the clearance, the diff cover, the thicker tubes, the chromoly shafts, HD ball joints, you start getting closer and closer and closer to building a regular old 44 under your JL, but spending about the same amount of money as you would be just buying a UD44. Obviously the UD44 is a little more expensive and you still have to swap an axle, but I think it's a huge win all around. Those are my 11 reasons for building this thing this way. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and stay tuned for next week. Go Wheel. A huge thanks to Parts Mike and Predator Off-Road. They're in Newcastle, California. Parts Mike had pretty much all the parts in stock. Whatever they didn't have in stock, they were able to order for me. Predator Off-Road had this thing installed in like 2 days on top of doing the rear gears, and that was obviously juggling other workload. If you live in Northern California, or even if you don't, you can call them and order parts. They carry new old stock stuff. They've bought out warehouses over the years. I buy all kinds of stuff from them. They're local to me, but they do ship and they're awesome. So check them out. Thanks for staying tuned. All right, the future of this Jeep, if you're following along the credits, we're gonna be doing a rear bumper, a front bumper, some new rock sliders, and some tube fenders. There's gonna be a ton of build videos on those coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Go wheel this weekend. Get out there, even if it's just a dirt road or a forest road. It doesn't have to be a Jeep trail. If you can run a Jeep trail, even better. We got snow coming too, so get ready to go snow wheeling.